They had handcuffed me or whatever, put me in the back of the car. I'm like, yo, you crazy? Ain't no way, cuz. Like, you just killing your family off like that? Like that's crazy. Nothing nobody could have told me, and there's nothing that nobody could have done to get me out of this situation, from stop me from being here. You get my nerves, dog. All right. Hey, you guys, welcome back to our channel. Yeah. Say hey.
Hey.
Hold on, let me clean the lens. All right, that's a little better. No, it's not Santa. It's our vlog. We haven't vlogged in a minute. You got anything to say to our followers, our supporters?
Don't eat my Oreos no more.
Y'all, Boogie been trying to eat Naya's Oreos for the longest. Hold on. Let me stand up. You want some water? Your water right there. Here. Here, try to open it. There you go. You're welcome. Y'all, so Aniyah has been sick. Do you want to tell them? Tell them how you feel right now.
I feel good.
She feels a lot better, you guys. So, hold on. So, anywho, yeah, Aniyah has been sick. I'm gonna have to record like this because I don't feel like doing all this crazy editing. But yeah, Aniyah has been sick for quite a while. It's just been a lot going on, and I've been trying to get the story time out for you guys, and I'm like, you know what, and it's crazy because you guys, like, I set it up, I set up and all for the story time. So I did like the whole entire story time, you guys, and I had bought a new mic and all for TikTok. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna show y'all my new stuff, my new equipment, like your girl is getting in. And plus they talking about banning TikTok, so I was like, yeah, let me get all this stuff while I can. So that was a little Christmas gift to your girl from me. Yeah. And tell me why, like, towards the end, like 20 minutes in the video, it cut off. All of it just gone. And it was so good. It was so good, you guys. And I was like, you know what? I was like, dang. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad it kind of low-key cut off, because that video was like mad long. I wasn't trying to have the video like mad long. But then again, it was like, you know what? I don't be like doing anything lately. I haven't been doing anything lately like that. Your girl just been like chilling, like just staying to herself, you know, trying to keep peace, especially, you know, what I've been through and mentally and stuff like that. So I was like, I gotta give y'all this video. I gotta drop this video. I need to be more consistent. It's 2025. Everybody go, oh, 2025 new year, 2020 the new year, stuff like that. But for real now, I got to like be consistent. I'm not really being consistent, and I'm trying to like have a major change in my life, so for the better for me and my kids. So I just been like, you know, trying to stay focused really on that. I really haven't been like focused on the main picture. I've just been like trying to, like, you know, stay out the way, you know what I'm saying, like stay out the way. But yeah, you guys, so welcome back to our channel. You're watching Shanae and Naya.
Mellow.
Yo. Yeah, so
Hey, you dad.
what?
Be sticky.
Watch your mouth. She been cussing lately. Yeah. Wonder where she get stopped from. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, that I didn't want this video to be like crazy long. Oh, you okay? You almost tripped there. Do it again. Yeah, you guys. So lately, you know, me and I just been kicking it, solo dolo type crap, just been chilling. But yeah, Aniyah had pneumonia. So she kind of just like getting rid of that, you know, still on kind of medication. So yesterday she went to the doctor. The doctor cleared her and stuff, but you know, still kind of, you know, rest and not too much, and kind of stay, you know, to herself, not around a lot of kids and stuff, not around a lot of people. So I promised her that the doctor cleared her, you know, I'll let you come out ride the bike for a little bit. So y'all, she know how to ride the bike. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, mama, go, mommy. She is gone, honey. All right, you guys. So I wanted to do it on the mic, but like I told y'all, the mic just like cut off, and I don't remember it giving me any notification saying that it was about to die or anything. And usually, like they say, the light be flashing, but your girl talking, so I ain't got time to be seeing like the little light flashing on me or whatever. So let me get to the story time. It ain't gonna be long, but I definitely always, like always, I'll be catching up on you guys, and shit done went back. So yeah, so long story short, basically how I end up in a mental institution, it's really not a long story. Excuse me. And I would make it long, short story. I'm not leaving you. So, okay, I'm walking back, man. I'm walking back. So to make a short story long, you guys, sorry, but this is how I'm gonna have to give y'all the story time, because like I said, I tried so many times to give it to y'all, and it was like, I'm like, of course, I always said I need to be myself with you guys, because I really don't be myself with you guys, and that irritates me because I be like shy around the camera. But this is what I want to do. Like, I'm a funny, interesting person. A lot of people tell me this.
Mommy.
What happened?
Mommy, my...
Your feet itchy?
Yeah.
Well, take your shirt off and scratch it.
Okay.
All right, just gonna skip back, you guys. Yeah, so I was like, you know what, I have to be myself, because if I'm not myself around y'all, then y'all won't say I'm interesting, because a lot of people that, you know, associate myself around and stuff like that, they be like, yo, you funny, you gotta do that, da, da, da. And I just be really my natural self. Like, I be like actually really talking, and they be kikiing. I'm like, you know, I'm like really talking, but all right. So anywho, fast forward to it. So basically, I will give y'all a longer story. So if you want a longer version, if you feel like I missed something, now you want me to go into detail or branch off with another story time, like, well, how this happened, and you know, how da 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 da, you know, put that in the comments down below. Drop the comments down below. If you've been dealing with mental health and you stay to the end of this video, I really greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, that like button, and drop down in the comments what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do the blue hearts, because they say blue is for mental health. So I'm gonna leave the blue hearts. I can't even see myself, you guys, right now. The sun is like crazy right now. But yeah, leave the blue hearts down in the comments down below if you stay to the end of the video, and then also you can relate to this video and stuff like that. Let me walk back. So anywho, long story short, basically I was working at a Department of Corrections, or all female institution. People don't know, for the younger crowd, it's the prison. Working in a prison, of course, you know, everybody not dipped in holy water there. You know, they committed all types of sin, and you know, even the people that's out here, you know, in the world, they commit sin, but these people are like, there you are. Yeah, I'm like, yo, you crazy? Ain't no white girl, like, you just killing your family off like that's crazy, you feel me? But it's people really like that, and like people be eating other people, like Jeffrey Dahmer type crap. Like, yeah, these people are real, like they sick, but they deal with mental as well, because there's no way you like born and be like, I want to eat people. I'm going to kill people when I get older. Like, I hope you're not on that type of time. But anywho, it's people like that really in the world, and you know, it's places like prison for them to be housed there, and some of them, they don't need to get out. So you know, it's bad souls, you know, people with a whole bunch of trauma and etc. in this place. So it's just a very, very toxic environment. And with that being said, it was really the staff. For me, the staff was so bad. It was so bad. And you know, people be like, oh, why you signed up for the job and stuff like that. Well, to cut it short, I was working at another job, met this person. They was like, you know, you like my job, da da da. Now I'm late on rent at this time. Like, I ain't asked nobody for no help. You know, I had a job. I know how to figure things out, you know, me and my daughter. So I just had to catch up on rent, and shoot, he was offering me a job. All I had to do was sign the papers and go pee, and I was good on that. So yeah, I had the job. Like, he like got me in like pew, like it was no games. Like other people, they was like it took them like 2 months or whatever. It took me like less than 3 weeks, honestly, like 2 weeks. It's just that I stretched it out longer because I had a vacation already planned. But anywho, that's a whole nother story here and there. But back to it. So it was a toxic work environment, very, very, very toxic. Lieutenants, all that, like people bringing the contraband, and it really didn't have nothing to do with me personally, but at the same time, it's like it's a cause and effect to everything that you do, you feel me? And then it also kind of affect others as well, you know. So it wasn't a good environment to work in. In a prison setting, you have to have some type of structure, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be slack on one end and, you know, be consistent on another end. Like, no, it's either you consistent all the way around or you slack all the way around. And at this particular institution that I was assigned to, the all-female, yeah, put it down, it's trash. But this at this institution I was assigned to, it was slack all the way around. Like, they want to be buddy, cool, whatever. Like, you can't do that. So for my end, it was like I was always the go girl. Like, boom, I'm young, I'm not really hot-headed, but like, you know, I try to be rational with things, and I try to understand things, you know, and just be like that understanding person. But at the same time, you have to be like, nah, like, yeah, we cool, like, yeah, I feel you, like, yeah, I'm gonna let you vent, because a lot of people, like, they be really going through it. Like, they be like, say for instance, like, you there for a crazy crime that you after one time, and you like, they just throwing the whole book at you. Like, the judge ain't playing no games with you, like, on type of time. So they really be cool. Like, they ain't on that twisted mindset. So it's some real good genuine people in there. So, you know, you chatting up with them or whatever the case may be, and then, you know, people be like, nah, F that, go on, you know, da. And I'm like, listen, my lieutenant said this, like, I can't, and my captain, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, you just gonna have to go to the hole. Like, I can't save you on this one. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, anywho, so lieutenants used to be like that or whatever, and then, you know, it's vice versa. So when lieutenants be cool with them, and the whole time they bring the contraband, and it's making it hard for you, because you be like, nah, get that inmate off my unit, on God, get that inmate off my unit. That's how it was. One time I was like, on God, get that inmate off my unit. Like, they wilding, they mad disrespectful, get them off my unit. No lie, like, I write them up. Lieutenant be like, oh, they good, done bringing the riot up, send them back. Like, come on, you can't be doing that. Like, you wilding. So it makes it harder on your end when you're trying to control your unit, and you're not gonna be able to control your unit because your higher ups are not supporting you, you know. So fast forward to it, very toxic environment. So you working 12 plus hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, 16-hour shifts. You are stuck there. You like, and then they expect you to go home and come right back and do it again. Like, y'all, wow. So it was just a bad, Okay, so anywho, like I was saying, dang, where I was left out for. So you working like crazy shifts, and you gotta be like back at it. So we're going on runs to Charleston or whatever. Like, we seeing people literally like die in front of our eyes. Me, I never seen nobody like die right there in front of my eyes, but they was like, it was 2 people that I'm like witnessing, like they about to take their last breath like at any minute, and it was sad. Like, it's crazy. Like, they would say, like, you know, the prison setting is like, it's nasty, it's so nasty, oh my God, every disease, every sickness. You be like, how? Of course, you know, us security going back in and out, and then we take them in and out, they getting sick, and they're not really eating healthy in there. So it's just a mix of everything in the institution. So fast forward, I'm just drained all over. Like, I'm like, bro, like, I don't think I'm able to like do this. Like, this is a lot. So it's just like, and then life start hitting, and I'm like, bro, like, this is a lot. I'm over here contemplating about everything in life. Like, and I'm telling my parents, I'm like, yo, like, and I'm telling other people as well. I'm like, yo, like, is there something else I could do? And I'm like, I'm trying to afford my rent. Like, rent ridiculous out here. Bills are billing. Like, it's not just rent. I got bills on top of that. Let Boogie out now. Boogie want to get out. So I'm like, yo, like these bills ain't stopping, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot. It's just a whole lot piled into one, and I started getting into my head. So I was like, I started getting in my head. I'm not really sleeping good. I'm not really eating good. I'm getting news back to back. I'm stressing about trying to figure out my next move. I'm stressing about I don't want to be here. I don't want to continue to keep coming here. And then y'all taking advantage of me. Like I'm always on the go girl, like they be like, go here, boom, I'm going, but then they turn around, y'all doing some like shicey stuff, like I said, toxic environment. And y'all doing like shicey stuff and having me sit on these units and stuff, and I want to go home. I want to go home, and this is my last straw there. Like I was already in my head, like contemplating like a lot of things in my head, just overall. And then this like the last straw, like I was applying to different places and stuff. Oh, and mind you, I did get a therapist to speak with. Honestly, they were like, how therapy went? That's another story for here there. But me personally, I felt like it was just like a good friend that doesn't judge you. That's it. If you don't have nobody to talk to, then I understand about getting a therapist, and it's somebody that don't judge you. But at the same time, if you already have a good friend that doesn't judge you, then I suggest continue talking to that friend, because this friend, they want their money. But she wasn't always pressed about money. It was just the people that she worked for was pressed about money. And I just didn't like that factor, because at the end of the day, you still have a job to do. So, they got to play their role. But back to it. My last straw, I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was there. I came in early. I told my captain, I said, I gotta leave for a certain time, because I believe I had like an interview or something. It was something that I had scheduled. And she was like, yeah, come in at this time and you can leave at this time. I bet. So this shift always write me up on some shicey stuff, because one, they are dirty behind shift. They've been dirty for the longest, but that's a whole nother story here and there. So this shift, they like, oh, we short. I wonder why you short. You don't not treat people, and you don't do people right. And, people on your shift getting walked out left and right. You know what I'm saying? So I see why you're short. So they was like that. When I first walked in, I was like, yo, I'm leaving at this time, like da-da-da-da. So they was like, it was a bad day that day. Like, it was like 3 ambulances came left and right picking up people because of a fight, and then they had to mace people and stuff like that. So they had put me on a rover, and they was like, one of the lieutenants, she got on the microphone, and she was like, now mind you, before all this, like they used to like, oh my God, I gotta get that in the story time. That's why I was gonna leave that in the past, because I really don't care no more. But if you want to hear that story time, like it's so toxic. So if you from South Carolina, it's Columbia, South Carolina, and you debating whether you should work for the Department of Corrections, and you watching this video, yeah, ask me for a story time, and I'll try my best to give you a story time. If not, I definitely probably jump in the comments and be like, yo, like, yeah, it ain't what it like, like if you a drama person, then I wish you luck. But if you like just trying to find peace, that's damn sure ain't the place for peace. I said I wasn't gonna cuss, but listen, when I'm putting this shit all caps on God, like this is not the place for all peace. I promise you that. They be like, well, leave it at the place. It don't work like that. It really don't work like that. But anywho, fast forward to it. So back to this day, she was like, so Lieutenant got on the radio, and she was like, Captain, we don't have nobody. We can't afford, because when you do a hospital run, when you do any run, you have to send two people, and for one person, 2 people for one person, regardless they pregnant, whatever the case may be, you have to have 2 people for one person, because this was a level 2 yard. So fast forward, it was people going out left and right. So this is the 3rd ambulance. They sent 2 people out, and then one of them, I believe it was like a lockup. So when you have a lockup, you have to send one of the higher ranks out. You have to send 2 higher ranks out. It has to be a sergeant and a lieutenant. It has to be 2 lieutenants, but it has to be a sergeant and lieutenant higher ranks, because you stretching, you short. Huh? Yeah, so fast forward to it. So I know I keep saying that, but yeah, so boom, so she was like, the captain was like, I know, and I'm just sitting there like, I leave at this time. Like, everybody leaving, on God, like, everybody leaving. You letting everybody walk out the door. You ain't supposed to, like, if you stretching for people, you're not supposed to let certified officers walk out this door. They let everybody walk out the door. I'm on a rover. They say they're gonna go, you're gonna have to stay. No, that's a 10-10. That's a 10. That's a big 10-10. Yeah, I ain't saying nothing back on the radio. I pulled to the front. They were like, pull to the front. I pulled to the front. Now you got a revolver on your hip and you got a shotgun in the vehicle, whatever. So I jump out. This girl come out, mental health officer. They have mental health officers because there's a mental health. You know, a lot of people, a lot of prisons, institutions are mental health now. Child, whole America is mental health. But anywho, so fast forward to it. So they was like, so the girl came out and I said, oh, you about to stay? She said, no, I told them I'm giving them 1 hour of my time and that's it. So yeah. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then it flew over your head because I'm not about to get yo. But anywho, so yeah, it's them type. So I'm like, bro, like, oh, nah. Mind you, the captain, yeah, and the lieutenant, yeah, it's a lot of them up in there, yeah. So I'm like, oh, heck no, bro. So I'm like, I told these fools and my captain approval. I said, nah, F that. So I grabbed my stuff. I left that thing apart. I go in there. The captain, she's standing at the door. She's like, no, go before you leave. No. So I stand there, I quiet, I ain't say nothing. Tell me why she on the radio trying to figure out something. She told me, I'm trying to call Goodman. It's another institution, and you could pull from other institutions, you know, in certain situations so you can have more staff. Everybody is certified to do anything because they train you through the same training. Everybody goes through the same training so you don't have to redo training over. The only thing you probably have to do is, like, if it's, like, something that's really, really secure facility, like death row or something like that. But it's not really that much of a difference, honestly. But it just looked like another certification. But anyway, so fast forward, I look to my right. I'm like, bro. I'm like, oh, nah. I see 2 people about to leave. One was pregnant. She really couldn't stay, so she isn't for that. But the other one, she had 2 kids just like me. Leaving on her sick time. She wasn't leaving no early or nothing like that. She lived on her sick time. I said, bro, what? I said, oh, nah. See, that they go to using me again. They using me again. Because they would use me this shift. They would use me and then use me to benefit them and then, like, treat me like on God. So I'm like, nah, F that. So I swiped out. I ain't never looked back. It never came back. Like, nah, I was done. I was over it. I was really over it, on God. So I never looked back. I just, like, I left, like, I haven't been back. Like, I had left in, like, the people, the HR people called me. They was like, yeah, you left September 6th. I done left in September 6th. And I haven't been back. Like, I just been missing for days. Like, I didn't go. But after that, days go by and I really wasn't myself. Like, it was really getting to me. Every lot of things was bothering me still. Because when I've been dealing with this from childhood, I've just been pushing it away. But I didn't realize that till I got to the institution, to the mental institution. So fast forward, you know, I take my kids, you know, to family and stuff like that. I dropped them off. I ain't see anything. And I just went straight to the hospital, you know, checked myself in. I was like, you know, I need help. Something ain't right. You know, I need to get these thoughts in my head type crap. Like, this ain't right. So fast forward, they, you know, admit me or whatever. And they take all this stuff away from me. I forgot I had my taser on me at the time of my pocketbook, but I'm always going to carry something. Like, don't try me. I'm always going to have something on me. And even if I don't have something on me, I know how to utilize everything I got on me, so don't try. But anywho, so I had that stuff on me. It wasn't really crazy, but still, you know, I'm a single parent, you know, so I'm going to have something on me. It ain't like it could have harmed me in any type of way. So they end up, you know, send me to the mental part in the hospital. I never knew that existed, which is crazy. So they did that, and I swear I thought I was going home. I was like, I'm okay, you know. I just was tripping. I probably just need some rest or whatever, because, like, I'm not getting the proper rest. I'm not eating properly. It's a lot going through my head, you know, toxic people, toxic environment. I don't know what to do. At the time, I didn't have no other job, so I was like, should I go back? Nah, I ain't going back. Like, that's dead. I'm definitely ain't going back. So they had handcuffed me or whatever, put me in the back of the car, took me to this mental institution. I'm not going to say the mental institution because I don't know if I can say it or not, but all mental institutions, I feel like they help in some type of way. So yeah, they took me there. Now, everybody thought I was a little girl. I don't know why, but I ended up telling the police. I'm like, I ain't no little girl. I'm like, I'm 26 years old. Like, what are you talking about? So they was like, oh my gosh. They was like, you know, like, where she look? So a lady got in, and I'm just gonna call Barbara. And then I'm like, Barbara talking to me or whatever. She give me a stack of papers and she go and she was like, sign that. She was like, you hungry? And I was like, yeah. She gave me some food. I don't eat cold food, so I ain't eat the food. And then I'm still sitting in the room, and I'm not signing no papers because, like, once I start being stubborn, I get into my head. I'm like, bro, I'm not signing nothing. Like, you got me being, I'm not signing nothing that you gave me. I read through all the papers and I put it back down. And then Barbara, she came back in there, and she was like, you didn't sign the papers. I was like, yeah, Barbara, I'm not signing nothing unless it said release form. Like, I'm going home, Barbara. Like, you not keeping me here. Because when I first walked in, she was like that, you have to stay here for 72 hours, and then the doctor had to, admit you out type crap, like release you. So I'm like, what the doctor at? Because, like, I need to go home. Like, I wasn't trying to stay this long. Like, nah, I gotta go home. So she was like, you off to a bad start or whatever. You're not signing papers. I'm like, listen, Barbara, I don't care what you're talking about. If it don't say release forms, I'm not signing it. So that happened. She left. She went to go get my stuff or whatever, and she just left for like a good minute. So I realized, like, I was like walking. I was like pacing the room because, like, I'm very like top tier stubborn. Like, when I'm in my head, like, only me myself can get me out of my head. Like, oh God, like, there's nothing that you could say or do to get me out of my head. Like, only I can get myself out of my head. So I'm walking back and forth. I'm pacing the room, and it's like, how like you put like a picture or something, like a sticker on the wall or something, and then you like take it off and it's still like that little white piece stuck on in there. So that was still stuck on the door, and somebody had like carved this like house and the sun. It was like a pretty day, little trees or whatever, some flowers, and they had a cross. And in the middle of me walking, it just stopped. Like, my body just stopped, and then I looked, and it felt like I've been there before. And for the people that's like, spiritually awoken or whatever, because I believe in like some things, most things I do believe in, don't get me wrong. And I felt like, I don't know if you ever heard of this, but I heard before that while you sleep, your body is resting, but your soul is still going, and your soul will roam around and it will be in places. So when you get back to your body, and then you like, hey, that's deja vu. That's a deja vu moment, for your soul, because your soul been going around still, living life, because your soul don't rest. Your body rests, but your soul don't. Vice versa, spirit, whatever. I'm not really like too tapped in. I'm still trying to get tapped in. But this is my knowledge that I know, from what I was told, and I really truly believe in it because of the deja vu moments. So, boom, that happened. So I'm like, yeah. Then it sunk into my head. I was like, there's nothing nobody could have told me, and there's nothing that nobody could have done to get me out of this situation, from stop me from being here. So I sat back down. I said, it's meant for me to be here, so let me just chill out. So I'm sitting there waiting on Barbara to come back. Barbara come back. She was like, okay, you ready to go back to your room? No, she was like, okay, you ready to go to your room? And I was like, room? I was like, yeah. She was like, okay, you gonna have a roommate? Gonna meet your roommate? I said, hold on, roommate? She was like, yeah, roommate. I was like, Barbara, I don't like people. I don't do people. She looked at me, I looked at her. I promise y'all, the whole, 3 days, the whole 3 days I was there, yeah. The whole 3 days I was there, I ain't had not one roommate. Everybody kept getting roommates. I ain't had not one roommate. So, fast forward to it, while I'm there, like, the whole setup, like, everything was cool. Everything was fun. I was crying the first day. I got there, I was just crying. The first night, I was just crying, boo-hooing. When I first walked in, like, it was like it was 3 young kids sitting there playing like this card game, and they seemed cool, they seemed chill, but me, I'm like, I don't want to be here. So I was like, in my head I'm crying. The lady, she let me call my family, so I called my family. And then it was time to go to bed. When you go to bed, like, you have to have the door open and they light be on. Sometimes they'll turn the light off depending on who watching you, and you have to just sleep there or whatever. So the next day come, and they force you to get out your room. Not really forced, like physically forced. They like a certain time you cannot go back in your room. So like they be like, yo, get up, brush your teeth, do whatever you gotta do. You can't take a shower though. You only take a shower at night, and get up out of there. And you out your room for the whole time. So it was time to go to breakfast and stuff. And I didn't want to go to breakfast because I didn't want to miss the doctor because I feel like it was a setup. So the lady, she ended up bringing me back some food or whatever. And then every morning they would sign some like papers. They would sign some papers saying like their goal and what they're gonna achieve today, and like when they get out, what they're gonna do and what motivates them, just stuff like that, just like cliche stuff like that. And me, I'm being an a-hole, little smart ass. I'm putting like my goal is to go home today. I'm like actually putting the date, like today's date, like I'm going home today, like I'm going to see my kids today, like I'm saying all like just like some just bullheaded. What's up? So yeah, so I'm putting all type of crazy stuff on my paper because I'm like, I'm just being an a-hole because like I'm not staying here, I'm going home. So the girl, it was like this lady, she gave me this paper. She was like, everybody, sign it, whatever. So I did it, turned it in. I'm still sitting there. So I seen people like getting coffee or whatever. So I'm like, I bet, cool. I'm going to get coffee. I'm going to look good coffee or whatever. And then I see like this guy paper like sitting there. Now this guy, he wasn't rap right. Like you could tell like, yeah, like homie probably been on drugs all his life or doing something that got his mind effed up. So I was like, yeah, he definitely not new to this. He true to this. So he left this paper on a chair. So me, I'm being nosy. I look, bruh. That's when it like everything really, really sucked in. Like everything is like, yo, I'm not getting out. He had the same thing I had. Like he was like, what's the goal today? Going home. I said the same thing, going home. I said, bro, yeah, I'm not going home. If they don't let this man go home, I know for a fact I'm not going home. So I was like, yeah, that crap, I ain't gonna lie, like like that crap, it really woke me up. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was like, yo, I'm not going home. Like these people ain't gonna let me go home. So the day go by, whatever. The girl, so back to it, when I first walked in, the 3 kids they were not really kids, they couldn't find out they were the same age as me. And one of the girls, she was in the same situation as me. She was working with the Department of Corrections as well. And the other guy, he was just he was in the military and training, basic training. And then the other one, he was just a thug nigga out there in the streets, battling with life or whatever. So they was over there playing Uno. So the girl came over, and because I was sitting there just watching TV, with the older crowd, whatever. And she was like, hey, you want to play Uno with us? So I'm like, yeah, what's up? Like, okay. People, rock with me. Usually when I be out, like, I wouldn't say the real world, but I'm going to say the real world. Like, when I be out, a lot of people really don't, like, they do talk to me, but I feel like, I don't know, like, I felt like I was, like, more welcome there. It was weird. Like, it was weird. But I felt like I wasn't alone. And that's why I felt like the most before I had checked myself in. Like, I just felt alone. Like, nobody didn't understand. And that's what my therapist, she was saying. Like, she was like, you just feel alone, and you reaching out, but you're not telling people actually, like, you saying your problems and reaching out that way type crap. So, yeah, so I just felt like, oh, my God, like, I feel a little welcome here. It's crazy. But if you ever really think about, if you battle with something, whatever, you be like, I don't want to go to a mental, go. You're not the only one that's dealing with this problem. You'd be surprised. Go. So that's when we started. It was the first group meeting. So we had to attend like group. And if you participate, the doctors see it, like they have to do a report on you. And if the doctors and your counselors see that you're participating, then it pushes you out the door a little more. And the work assignments you turned in, like they see that. So it's like, okay, you're doing good. Like, you'll be okay. You can go home. So fast forward to it. We go to group, and while I'm in group, I'm like, I feel so much better. Like I'm talking. Usually I don't talk in like a big group environment. Like I be shy, I be quiet, I be nervous, like, people gonna judge me what I gotta say and stuff like that. But this time nobody judged me. Everybody was there for the same reason. Like it was a all type of crowd, like black, white, Chinese, Mexican, Hispanic, Dominican, you name it. Like everybody did with problems, you feel me? Young, old, crackheads, heroin addicts, pill poppers, people that's not on drugs like me, dealing with life, just life, and you be like, man, ain't no way life like this, ain't no way life like this, like ain't no way y'all cool with this. Like, you gotta go to work every single day to a place that you don't want to be at, and it's the only way of making money, and you trying to make money a certain way. Be like, how y'all making money like that? It's just like you get in your head, you be like, ain't no way, I can't be dealing with this. Like, ain't no way you ain't thinking like this. Like, ain't no way. Everybody else is thinking the same way. You just like, you gotta get around that crowd, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I was there, and I felt so much better. I'm not gonna lie, I felt so much better. Like y'all just don't know. Yeah, like I could finally breathe. So after that group, everything started to get, easier for me. Now we're getting closer to the end. And I talked to my mom, and my mom, at first I was crying, but the second call, whatever, I was talking to my mom, and they was like, we better go play bingo. They was like, Shanae, you come play bingo? And I was like, oh my. I said, they better go play bingo. I'll call you back. And she started laughing. And then when I called her back after I was done playing bingo, when I was able to, because every time we had a chance to get on the phone, I jumped on the phone and talked to my peoples. And my mom was like, I feel better now. Like, she was like, you want to go play bingo? And I was like, yep. And I want some snacks. Like, they fed you good. Like, they was like cooking. So some people, they would go there just to get a belly full. It's sad, but it's true, because if you're living out here on the streets, I'll go there. I ain't gonna lie, I'll shut myself in. Like, if I'm in the streets, like, boom, here, come get me. Like, it's cold out here, I want to be warm, I want to have a bed to lay in, I want to have a pot to piss in, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some real stuff, like, on God. Like, I'm hungry, yeah, go check yourself in. It's gonna be a bill, but go check yourself in, on God. Like, it's crazy out here. But anywho, but people was really like, on that type of time, like, they was like really, really doing that. I don't blame them though. I don't blame them though, because when you're in a certain situation, you gotta do what you gotta do, you feel me? So that happened, whatever. They fed you good. You had seconds, third, like, we was eating good. And I was chilling with my people. Every time we went to go eat, we slept with each other. Every time we did something, we was always together. It was a group of us, and we played charades, we played Uno, we played a lot of stuff. Like, we was just living life. Like, we was having so much fun. And got to, I ended up speaking to my counselor. My counselor spoke to my mama. They sent me to my doctor. The doctor spoke to me. She was like, all right, it looks good, like you can go home tomorrow type crap. So I was like, bet. And she was like, I was like, well, since I'm gonna go home tomorrow, not today, because she was like, we don't do releases today. They only do release like 3 days out the week. So, especially not on the weekend. So 3 days out of the week. So it's like, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Yeah, I believe they do releases. But anywho, but everybody have different release days, of course. But this one, it was like that. So fast forward to it. I'm like, Doc, she was like, you need a medication. I was like, well, Doc, if I'm not going home today, like, I'm gonna need something to put me to sleep, because usually I go to sleep with my kids. So she gave me some like antidepressant, Tylenol, because I was on my cycle. It had started. So Tylenol and something to help sleep. So nobody told me that the antidepressant, when you first started, the side effect is giving you like a severe headache. So I don't like headaches. I hate having a headache. Like, if I feel like a little, like, nah, I'm going there drinking nothing but cranberry juice, because cranberry juice help my headache naturally. And if that don't help, then I'll, take a pill or whatever. So fast forward to it. I'm like, yo, she was like, I got you. So that night come, I take the pills or whatever. They gave it to me. So me and my older friends, because I made some older friends, she gave me some clothes and all, because you can bring clothes up there. Some people check their stuff in with already clothes, already packed up, like, hey, yeah, check me in, on God, like, yeah, I'm here. So they was like, fast forward, when they had did that, she had given me like a whole bunch of clothes, and she told me I can keep them. Some she like, I told her I was gonna give back, but some of the clothes, like, she wanted me to keep in remembrance of her and stuff like that. And I hope she really doing well. So if you see this and you remember me, and I told her every day there, I was like, thank you, like, every minute, like, thank you. And I could have had my mom bring clothes up there, but I was so stubborn. The girl was like, hey, your mama, I was there with no shoes. Like, it's nothing but socks, walking around there with nothing but socks the whole 3 days, on God. But so everywhere, in the bathroom, cafeteria, they give you new socks, but They could have gave you shoes, but mind y'all, I did not sign any papers. So that kind of backfired on me. That kind of backfired on me, but it's cool though. It's cool. But fast forward to it. I took the medication. I'm sitting with my older crowd. We over there watching ER, because we used to watch Prodigal Jokers, Family Feud, and this night we was watching the ER. So we both, like all three of us, like, it was this guy, I'm gonna call him Ed, and it was the lady that gave me clothes, I'm gonna call her Samantha. And we was all sitting there, and there was some other people, but they was like funny. Oh my god. If you want a more detailed story time than us, I'll try my best to give it to you, but it's really not that much. Like, it's just funny. Like, it was so funny, like, because one of the guy, he got sent to the psych, like, because he was flipping out, he was spazzing. That crap was funny. We was in group, like, laughing. Yo, they had to fight that man. It was so funny. And one of the guys, like, he couldn't go home, like, his people, and he was younger than us. It was sad. Like, it was crazy. It was so many stories, and I could tell you out of those 3 days I was there. But yeah, but it was funny. Like, we was just geeking. Me and my crowd, like, we was just geeking, and me and my older crew, we was geeking. Like I say, anybody that I surround myself around, they sound funny, so I'll just always have a good time with them. Like, I'll just be myself, and I was definitely myself around this crowd, so I felt really welcome. You know what I'm saying? And I was happy that I went there. So we go back to it. So while we watching ER, we like literally like falling asleep, like, cause we pop their meds, like, we was falling asleep. And the girl, Samantha, she was like, all right, y'all, come on. We go to bed. It was like, yeah, because I'm over here, like, to go. So I'm laughing. We go to sleep. I wake up. In the middle of the night, I had, like, this crazy headache. And mind you, like I said, nobody told me that anxiety medicine give you headaches on the side effects. So I had, like, this crazy headache. And the next morning, because I was able to go back to sleep, but it was like my head was pounding. It felt like a hangover. Like, it was like, oh my God, it felt like 2 weights was in my head. Like, I couldn't do it. So I went to them. They was like, you want your medication? Because some people, they was able to get medication like in the day and night, and some people only get it like night, and some people get it in the daytime, depending on your medication, who you are, or whatever your case is. But me, I was able to get both, because it was just simple anxiety medicine, some Tylenol, because I told them my cycle's on. So I told the nurses or whatever, I was like, yo, whatever y'all gave me, So they told me, the anxiety give you headaches or whatever. So I was like, yeah, don't give me that again. So that happened. So if you think about giving anxiety medicine, just a quick note, yeah, you're going to have headaches. I don't know which brand, if they have their brands or whatever the case may be, but I'm just putting you on game, because a lot of people said that too while they was there when they was taking anxiety medicine for the first time. Like, it gave them headaches, but once you get in your system, then you'll feel a lot better. Me personally, I don't have anxiety. I'm just a single black mother in America, so that's enough anxiety for me. Like, I'm just living life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just deal with the punches. But I learned a lot, especially during the group. I learned a lot of coping, a lot of getting through, dealing with issues and how to go about it, and stop, blaming myself about everything, and not really blaming myself, like spazzing. Like, I was just dealing with, like, it was a lot of anger starting to build in me, and I usually didn't have anger like that. Like, I was like quick, like pow, 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 like I'm going boom, 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 boom. So it was a lot for me. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, that was the last day. We ended up playing charades outside. Still no shoes on, but we ended up playing charades outside, and they called my name, and my mom was there to get me. I left, and I'm really happy and thankful, for all the people that encouraged me to go. I had family members, that spoke to me, still reach out to me, and I thank God for them every day, because they wasn't here to judge me. And I'm just the type of person, like, I like to stay to myself, closed in. I feel like everybody be judging me and have something to say about me and stuff like that, and I really be getting to my head. But it's really people out there that's not like that, like now in that type of time, and honestly they probably dealt with the same issues, they just know how to go about it now. And me, if you reach out to me, I can talk to you or whatever, because I know how to go about it now. So it's a lot of things I learned from there, and I use to this day. And have anybody, like, you ever heard anybody say, like, it's like we talking one-on-one, oh God, one-on-one. But yeah, like, anybody ever told you, like, what you going through now is preparing you for the future? That's real. I believe that in 110%. Like, that's real. Like, what you're going through now is preparing you for the future. So I feel like me going through that situation, you know, regardless of what happened prior to that, like, I was going to be there. And what I went through in that situation, it was like, yeah, so everything I'm going through now, like, I don't like a job, give up. Like, on God, like, I'll quit this job and go to another one because my mental is more important. On God, like, I don't care how much money you got on the line. Like, if this not right and tight, because I only got one, I can't replace this thing. I can't. They can give you all types of medication, but it just suppresses other stuff. Like, on God, so you only got one. Keep that tight. You keep that tight, you'll be all right. On God, and that's coming from Nate. So yeah, that's really it, y'all. I ain't trying to keep it long, but I definitely like miss you guys and really trying to get back into it and stuff like that, and you know, tap back in, and I be really wanting like pick up the phone and start recording and stuff like that, but I be like, man, nah, I don't regret this, like, nah, but F that, because everybody deal with problems, and you know, you never know what the next person going through. So this video is already long. I said I didn't want to edit the video too much because I wanted to keep it very organic for you guys, so I could really, you know, one-on-one talk to you guys. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you stay all the way to the end, leave them blue hearts. And is my heart good? We're gonna complete the heart with me. Complete the heart with me. Leave them blue hearts. Blue heart, blue heart, blue heart, blue heart, yeah. All right, you guys, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. And until then,